Start again.
My boy Stamp mic'd me up. That's what you get a stone, man. Teamwork.
Go on.
What's your name?
Chris Stamp.
My name is Ashley Bone.
Today's date, 12th of December 2024.
The 12th of December 2024. The worst thing about these watches, they're never right, are they? You don't wear it for a day and that, and then it's like, it's the 11th on my watch. Let's go.
Stone, year 1. Let's go. That was a hard one, that. Ooh, best part of the year. We launched end of January 2024.
What, 10? Nearly 11 months?
In one word. Bonkers. Like this time last year, we were still an idea.
This year, for me, it's been exciting. It's crazy how you go from the beginning of the year, it's probably been like the scariest time of my life, maybe, to being like the best within the space of 12 months. It's mad.
Ooh, 1,500? That's something for next year to work on, for sure.
4.2 million followers in my dreams. I think I've got about 1,800, which is pretty poor, I'd say. It's pretty naff. Go per gram.
I should know this. 130, give or take.
I think it's about 110, 112.
Ash's parking. We've got 50 odd reviews of all the 5-star, and our 1-star review has been for Ash's poor parking. Other than that, touch wood, it's all been pretty good.
Except my parking. Someone said we were buying boards and we were just putting them up at everyone's houses that weren't actually for sale, which I guess, look, all of these things people keep saying are great and we love it. We're going to start writing them up on our wall because we use them as fuel for our success, so keep them coming. Do you know what, we've had a bit of knockback, especially early on. You know, we had to get out there and we're in business, right? So you start a business and stuff doesn't come to you and land on your lap. You have to get out there and you have to knock on doors, and it's very easy for other agents and other people to say that's an aggressive tactic. I don't think anyone that said that has ever started a business and had to build something from the ground up.
Recognition, definitely. You know, for me, I've always loved doing what I do and selling houses and doing a great job, but just for everybody else to kind of, the community's been proud of what we've put together. The recognition's been massive and I've loved that.
What am I proud of? I feel like I'm proud of us as a team. I feel like it's the best team I've ever worked with. I'm proud of my wife. She's done everything for us this year, really, whilst I've worked a lot.
In the next year, well, we've got big plans for Stone, which I'm going to keep under wraps a little for now. Right, let me just pause it for a second. I actually think about this one. Ask it again.
Is there anything you want to achieve in the next year?
Loads. From a personal point of view, I grew up in Reigate, work in Reigate. I need to move back to Reigate. So this time next year, I'll hopefully be in my new house, much closer to work.
I want to sell a house over £3 million. That's my goal in Reigate. I feel like I want to plan for like where we're going to spend our next 5 years. We've only got a year left on our lease, and we do love the space we're in. But I don't know, I think we have this vision of a big space. HQ, baby. So yeah, that's a good goal for next year, to kind of know where we're going to be in the next 5 years.
Ooh, keep it lean. It is very, very easy to spend money on things you don't need to spend money on. So yeah, we met with a couple of really good local business owners before we opened, and yeah, their main advice was keep it lean, and we're definitely seeing the rewards to that now.
To work with the best and surround yourself with good people.
Get on with it. There's so many people that have a dream or a thought or an idea that they've had in the back of their mind. I mean, I've been wanting to do this for years, you know, and it's taken me probably 3 or 4 years of growing a pair to actually get on with it, and I wish I did it sooner, because I won't look back ever again.
Don't be a pussy. Do you know what? I think any entrepreneurs in the world, and there's lots of them, and so many of them don't come out of their shell, just be brave. Like, you never know what's going to come, and it is a little bit terrifying, but believe in yourself and you can do whatever you want to do.
Oh, it's changed as the year's gone on. When we opened, we had absolutely not a penny to our name, so it was the cheapest spot possible for a bite to eat for lunch.
A few spots, we've like a little juice spot in Reigate, it's been great.
I'm going to Urban Kitchen a lot at the minute for a bagel and a smoothie, and Ashworth and Bird far too often for a new wardrobe.
Ashworth and Bird have been great at hooking us up. Society, the gym. It's been a good place for us the last couple of months, just trying to get head back in the game.
Instagram. And do you know what? Sky Sports. I'm always, if I'm not on Instagram, I'm always flicking, catching up on the footy. So yeah, I'm on Sky Sports a lot as well.
Probably Instagram. Got a good one. Vinted. A year ago, you never would have seen me go on a Vinted on eBay site, but this year has taught me to be savvy. And I actually picked up some unbelievable bargains, some suit supply numbers that were brand new for half the price.
Biggest thing to happen in my career. Do you know what? I think just getting out of that corporate world, you know, and I just think it's so many agents get to a point where they're doing really, really well and they're earning a good salary and they're working hard and everything. But now we've got to a point where Stone is consistently performing. I can go to Frankie's Christmas nativity yesterday. I can go and do these things without having to worry about it. And so for me, it's getting out of an environment that I think is ever so slightly dated and aging quite quickly, and creating a new environment for myself that works for me and for my family.
Stone, I guess. For me, now, I'd say it's definitely my career highlight for sure.
What's important to me right now? I'd say it's a 50-50 split between my little one, Frankie, making sure he's just started school, making sure he does well and grows up to be an amazing person. And we're so early on in Stone, aren't we? We've had a successful year, but we've not even been going for a year. So I would say I've got tunnel vision for what our aim and our target is for next year. You know, we're absolutely blinking towards that. But I want to make sure that I'm still there as much as I can be for Frankie and make sure that he blossoms.
My family, my girls, for sure.
Do you know what? It's changed. It's changed a lot. Actually, this year it's changed a lot. You know, I know I keep banging on about starting up and everything, but in a sales environment, you're geared up to essentially how much you sell and how much you earn. So success was always defined essentially how much money I was earning, which some years was great, some years wasn't so good. Most years it was better than others, of course. But I would say success now is a bit of freedom, which sounds odd because I feel like I haven't got any freedom. I feel like I'm consistently working, but it goes back to being able to be there for the people that I care about.
What defines success to me? It's funny, isn't it, with like business? And I wouldn't say any of us are naturally like business people, but I've met with some like really inspiring people this year that run businesses far bigger and more successful than ours that know about what we're doing. And you have that imposter syndrome thing where you sort of sit down and have lunch with them and they know everything about you, which is crazy, and they're selling businesses for £1 billion. But I think when you talk to people that are out of your industry and doing something completely different but have followed your journey, for me that's kind of, makes me step back and think, we've done something quite good here. I don't know. Probably not the right answer in terms of other people noticing your success and stuff, but that's just probably what's grasped me this year, for sure.
Middle of June. We've been grafting hard for 5.5, 6 months, and with the way the industry works, it takes so long, doesn't it, to start actually exchanging and completing a property. So I feel like I've been grafting non-stop 6-7 days a week, and on one hand I had nothing to show for it. Look, we got to a point, we all know we started the company with less than a comfortable number, which on one hand has been a blessing, on the other hand obviously made it difficult. But yeah, a low point was not being able to take Frankie to certain things on the weekend and so on because you're watching the pennies.
My lowest point, it's probably this time last year, sort of driving home like before we'd even opened the doors and just it being cold and dark and wet and just being a little bit petrified. But I still remember it because I'm not that sort of person, I'm naturally quite a positive person. I just remember just having a day where it was dark, it was wet, we'd sat and had coffee and discussed next steps around our website and stuff. But I just remember it must have been a year ago, maybe even to today's date, and just being a little bit like, I had to get in the shower when I got home, just to sort of like shake myself off. But I remember that probably being my lowest point. If I could just knock myself now and be like, don't worry about it, it'll be fine,
Do you you feel pressure?
Momentarily.
When you start a business, that's pressure. When you know if you don't do what you say you're going to do within that 6 months, then who's going to pay your mortgage? You know? So that's the first time I probably ever felt pressure, I would say. But God did it drive us.
It inspires me. Do you know what? I think I'll go back to what I said at the very beginning, which is recognition. And it's not, I don't want people to be massaging any egos, but I am loving building a brand that people that are sort of only loosely connected to us feel a part of, and they feel very proud of what we're doing, which is amazing because some of these people we've only sort of come into communication with 2 or 3 times and they're proud of us. So I feel very inspired by that at the minute, and let's be honest, you know, I want to have a successful life. I want to build a brand that people want to work for, work with. It's a bit of everything.
Chris inspires me on a day-to-day basis. You know, as I say, we're both positive people, but it's like without that person next to you to inspire you every day, to motivate you every day, I don't know if I could do it. I definitely would be sat here right now, you know, with the success we've had in the last 12 months, if it weren't for Chris.
If you could have a conversation.
December 2023. So we were I would say stick to your guns in terms of what you want to do. We had a real clear vision, which we've executed, I think, pretty well, but it's very easy in hindsight, isn't it? I would have said, stick to your guns, stick to your plan, don't deviate from it, and don't sort of devalue what you believe in.
I think, don't get your hopes up because Arsenal are going to win the league. And don't skip the gym for 6 months because, mate, it's going to be hard to get back into it, which is how I'm feeling right now.
In a year's time? In a year's time.
That's a hard question, isn't it? Tell your future self.
Enjoy it. Enjoy the ride. You're going to be grafting hard. You know, it's not easy trying to run a business, starting up, little ones. You know, there's always appointments here, everywhere, but just enjoy yourself. Make sure you're present and enjoy the moment.
I wouldn't have done £1 million. It'd be deadline now. I've got a week left, mate. We're at 9:50. I'll be thinking, where are we putting that? It's 50 grand out the bag. So I'll be asking myself, how close to £1 million have we done next year? Out of that one office. Big goals. Cool, we good?
That was deep, wasn't it? I feel like this is a therapy session. Whew.